Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to Aurora 4X as the United Earth, the incredibly in-depth, frustratingly amazing space strategy game. We are embellishing with some roleplay elements and interactivity. So today we are going to head over to Davet, over here, where we've lost a few ships, unfortunately. There are precursors, they are defending it. There might be something there, but unfortunately it's kind of in the way of our expansion plans, and since they are just mindless killer robots, seems like we're going to be doing the world a favor, well, I guess the universe a favor, by getting rid of them. As such, I've taken half of our current fleet and put them into Task Force Davet, along with a fuel tanker, the tanker Squid 002. The task force consists of 2 Hardy Mod 2s and 6 Vash Mark 2s, which is kind of a lot of firepower. So we're just going to quickly tell them to go to Earth. I know, they're at Earth. It's weird. Activate your sensors. Oh, you're undergoing an overhaul? Oh, I guess you are in overhaul. In which case, we'll tell you to do that in a moment. Okay, while we're waiting for that to happen, there's still an overhaul, actually. Yeah, maintenance is slowly dropping down to back to 0. We have one of our geosurvey teams is now geosurveying. We've just researched heavy crew-served anti-personnel and are now starting on heavy bombardment. And the addition to water vapor, water vapor to the atmosphere of Titan has been successful. Isn't that lovely? Well, while I've been waiting for the overhaul to be done, which is taking its time, to be honest, we've actually got ourselves our 3 geosurvey vessels that we were waiting on. So let's just put them to task. Okay, and we're going to send them to... Does Yabashido need looking at? It's only 13% done. Yeah, loads of stuff in Yabashido is just sitting there, having not been actually looked at. All right. Well, you can go to Yabashido. You can go to... I'm thinking Hamburg. Yeah. And the last one, Sacrificial Victim. I think we will actually get you to come with the fleet. Because when the fleet goes into Davet and clears Davet out, we're going to want to do a quick survey of Davet. No, that's the one that's going to Yabashido could probably do that on the way back. Yeah, let's do that instead. So we'll put you back on. And then instead, I think we'll head over to Lotto Skills, maybe? No, let's go to Movie. Move to Movie. There we go. Right, down to 4. We also just finished Capacitor Recharge Rate 4, which, you know, probably means that we could upgrade our ships. Maybe we'll save that. They've only just finished being built. They're going to go on their first mission. We also got Fuel Consumption 0.6 being worked on, which is good. And we have finished production of research labs at Earth. Which means that we can adjust you to just 10% and then maybe push you up. Start being worked on. Whoa, there was a Tholis ground survey that was just done. Calm down, game. Slow down, slow down. Right, they've done their overhaul, which is lovely. We just sort out that ground survey in Tholius, which is now done. Right, Task Force Davet. Let's do this. We're heading off to Davet. Everyone is fully stocked, fully locked, and ready to rock. Okay. Off to Davet we go. Auto route through to Davet. Now, it will take 70 days. That's because we're hauling with us a pretty slow tanker. If I was going to try and optimize this, I'd have had the tanker go ahead, meet us there, refuel us, and then leave. But I don't mind traveling for a little bit longer with the tanker. It's not like this mission needs to be done like ASAP or everything's going to go, you know, head over tea kettle. Head over tea kettle? I think I just combined two different aphorisms there. Titan's going quick. We're up to oxygen, water, all kind of done. We will probably need to remove the methane from the atmosphere. That shouldn't take too long. Do that, we just check, add gas. Not adding gas means you're taking away gas. Bit weird. I don't know why I've got iodine there. Methane, there we go. And then max 0, so we're basically taking away until it hits 0. Okay, Task Force Davet is now in Davet, which, you know, tends to help. We also constructed a Finley shard, and we've completed research into the ultraviolet laser, and we're about to work on a larger focal size, which is all great and means we'll probably be able to replace a load of weapons that we only just built on our ships, but whatever. So, Task Force Davet. Let's go to Davet first. Okay, now the issue we faced was in the inner system here. We are over here. In fact, let's turn on active sensors. Oh, I didn't turn on my active sensors. Yeah, let's do that manually. So we should definitely turn on active sensors and our shields because they take time to charge up. So the strategist jump point, active on, and then oh, did we not get shields for this fleet? Yeah, no, it was, we were talking about how shields would probably be better for next time, but we didn't really have a way to implement them this time around. Yeah. Always makes me sad when I have a vessel without shields, because shields are really awesome, especially considering they changed them to make them not need fuel anymore, which means you can put them on static defenses and stuff, and you don't have to worry about turning them on and turning them off and lots of micro. You could just have them on now, which is great. But it does mean that we should probably start working on actual shields at some point. Definitely lacking them. So let's... we'll deal with the hab in a second. So with our actives on, I kind of would like to do a search around here, just in case, before we move into the inner system. Now, obviously, when we moved in the inner system, we're looking around here, which means it's probably going to be Davet A3. And if we pick this up, we'll probably see... Yeah, there we go. At some point, it was habitable. People did live here. It's got an atmosphere of a kind. Temperature's not too bad. There's a whole load of liquid. Yeah. This is certainly somewhere that people used to live. And just in case, I want to be able to clear this first. I don't want to risk, you know, everyone getting murdered again next time we send some ships in. So, we'll probably take the tanker into about here. Then we'll drop the tanker and do the rest of the operation without it. Obviously, we'll go a lot faster without it. So the way to do that is going to be using a waypoint. We'll just plonk that down there. And then... movement order. Move to location. As for where to send those habs, having a quick look at where has geranium and where has corundium, there are two places. One of them is in Jazza. The other one is Tholius. And yeah, we're going there. That's where it's gonna be. Tholius A2. Just so good. Yeah, it might be far away, but like, damn, those stats are just fantastic. Yes, I would like these. And, you know, we can obviously maybe shoot them over to this place and do something here if we wanted to. But the primary thing is just to lock this place down. And admittedly, it's going to take a lot of habs to do, which is a lot of hassle. But you can easily set this up as like a repeating order. So, I wonder, can we just teleport empty fleets around? Let me see. Tholius. Yes. Okay. So what we want to do is create subfleet. Actually, let's do this by looking at our... This is a little bit of a kind of trick you can do. It's not a trick to like break the game or anything. It just makes it a little bit easier. So we look at habitats. Orbital habitat Calica A1. Well, we know this is going to be Tholius A2. So we're going to create a subfleet, and we're going to call it Orbital Habitat Tholius A2. And then we're just going to grab the subfleet, detach it to make it its own fleet, and then we're going to move it to Tholius. And now we have an empty fleet in the Tholius system orbiting Tholius A2. I know, there's nothing orbiting Tholius A2. A bit weird. Yes, sure, okay. But what we can do is grab... Where's our tug? There we go. Lilstrom. Yeah, you're the only one that has fuel. We'll give you a movement order. And... where is... there we go. Space station. Now, we could say tractor specified ship. What we can do is say tractor any ship in fleet. Then we can give you an order to go to Tholius. Move to the location of Tholius A2. And then we release tractored ships. That'll release it into the fleet. So what we're doing is now saying, grab any ship from this fleet, which is stationary, put it in this fleet, which is stationary, then travel back to Earth. So we'll go Sol, Earth, refuel, and then we can cycle moves. And you see what we're doing. We've now set up a produce more habitats. Habitats go over here. Produce more habitats. Habitats go over here. Produce more habitats. Habitats go over here. And it will just keep doing that. Now, we do have to be careful because any other space stations we produce will end up getting picked up and taken. And we don't want that with some of them. You know, terraforming, refueling, that sort of stuff. So we have to be a bit cautious about that. And obviously we do have the Thigh actually going to be done pretty damn soon. And the Greenfield Light, both of which, you know, we're working on. That's actually taking so long, we'll probably want to redirect some effort to producing that. Yeah, let's take 10% away from here. 10% on here. Yeah, it's still not going to be done this decade, though. Either way, that should help. Just keep an eye out for when the new ones are made and make sure we deliberately move them out of that fleet. Alright, Task Force Davet is now in position, so we're just going to grab this waypoint, delete it. We don't need it anymore. And then if we check Task Force Davet... yeah, they weren't really refueling on the way, which they should have been. So, I wonder, movement order. Refuel from own tankers. Yeah, we can give them an order to do that, but they need to, you know, be in the same location, which kind of sucks. So I guess we're going to put that waypoint that I just deleted right back down again. Waypoint 1. Refuel from own tankers. Okay, what about detached tankers? Task Force Davet tanker detachment. Yeah. Squid, have you actually been working as a tanker? Very strange. I'm just going to delete the subfleet because it's empty now. And I'll just have to order you to go to the actual tanker. And then refuel from stationary tankers. Okay, that's looking good. We're seeing fuel going up very slowly. This is why I want them to refuel along the way. I don't know what the issue was. There are some settings for tankers in the fleet thing, so I might have to have a look at them. I'm just going to quickly override this so we can get this done quicker. Okay, we've drained the tanker down to 2.3 million. Like, we've used over 8 million fuel already. Just bear that in mind. I don't know why you weren't refueling on the way. I genuinely don't know why that wasn't working. Maybe because it's part of a sub-fleet, but I thought it was meant to be done like that. Like, you could just do that. That would be fine, but apparently not. Refuel own fleet. Maybe that wasn't working. Maybe because it was a sub-fleet, it wasn't refueling the rest of the fleet. Ah, well. Don't know, but either way, it's time for you to jump away and go back home. So we're going to go to Earth, refuel, and then we're going to find the other tankers, and we're going to join them. So, join fleet. There we go. I'll take it 81 days, because it is slow. Luckily, we're a lot faster. So, I think the quickest way to do this is hit that, then that, because that'll get everyone in the line, and then up here, and then here. So, we'll delete this waypoint. Okay. And then we're going to have to enable moons. And this is Davet B6. Oh, it's actually not a moon. Move to location. Then Davet B5. I guess we could do it the other way around. Davet B5. Davet B6. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Davet B4. Then Davet B6. And then Davet B7. And that'll take 5 days, so we'll go forwards at like 8-hour intervals. Whoa! Okay. Well, we found precursor ships already. I did not expect this, but I'm glad that I did a full check of the system. Okay, Davet B. What? Gas giant? Really? Okay. This is it, folks. Let's do this. And I did prepare some music for just such an eventuality. Okay. So, new plan. Give me contacts up on the display. And again, this is the first time I've really done a proper fight in this series, so I'm going to explain it a little bit as we go. Bringing up contacts. We now have a load of contacts that we can obviously pick from. There's 3 chunky boys, 1 mid-range boy, and a mid-ish. Now, one more thing we can do real quick is pick up and see if any of these are known classes. And we have an Arc Royal, an Arrogant, and Audacious. Arc Royal, Arrogant, Audacious. We have all of those listed. No observed weapons on any of them. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. I was hoping that we'd be like, right, that's a non-combat one. We don't need to worry about that. Likelihood is that the 52,000s might be non-combat, but we can't confirm that. And with precursors, you never know. So we're going to close that. Ooh, one thing we should probably do is change their flag. I know we shouldn't change their flag, but also they're precursors. I don't think they should have random flag. I think we could pick them like a really cool flag. If there is such a thing as a cool flag. I mean, if it was a cool flag, I'd be, you know, okay with it, but maybe not quite such a normal flag. Ooh, that would be weird. What here looks like it could be like a precursory flag. I mean, that looks very Nordic/Celtic. Bit too, like, I would love to give that to them, but no. Space Templars might be just a little bit on the nose. Necrons also a little bit on the nose for them. That is a maybe. Yeah, let's give them that. Oh, yeah, it stretches horribly because all the flags are different sizes. Look at that diplomacy rating. Oof. Anyway, let's do this. We have no idea what you are. We're going to target the Audacious, I think, first. So we're going to say... I could say move to location. But we don't actually really want to. We don't want to be right on top of them. We don't want to keep closing with them just in case they have a missile range that we'll walk into. We want to go to the edge of our missile range and open fire. So missiles being 70 million. We're probably going to want to move to, say, like 68 million. So we're going to go follow and then say minimum distance 68 million. And that will take us to basically just within firing range. Before we do that, though, we'll want to go through and set up our ships to be ready to fire. Because they come like, hey, you have guns. They're down here. You have fire controls. We're going to need to set them up. Now, we could set them up individually by, like, dragging them. But instead, I'm just going to hit auto-assign fire controls. One thing this game is actually quite good at is automatically assigning the fire controls to the weapons. So they're now set up. They're also set up on point defense mode, final defensive fire, which means that they will fire when missiles are about to hit the fleet, and they'll defend other ships in the fleet. You can change it, like area defense, in which case if you have multiple task groups right on top of each other, but not technically in the same fleet, it'll also defend them. Final defense fire, self only. You know, defense yourself. And then missiles per target. That's if you're using an anti-missile system with missiles. So if you're using anti-missile missiles, you can be like, right, fire 2 missiles at every incoming one, because they'd have a low hit chance. So we're going to then assign all, which means this setup will be assigned to all of the ships of that class. So, ta-da, it's already done. And then for you, we'll auto-assign fire controls. Look how easy that is. And I believe, if we have a check, range 90k, beam fire control, range 84k. Range 180k, range 192k. Again, kind of nicely set up, and it's chosen the Wakizashi. Now, that's one thing you have to be careful of. If you have multiple mixed warheads, it will pick, I think, the top one in your list. We want to go with the katanas in this case, so we're going to have to go through and manually replace them with katanas, which is going to take a little while. I wish you could just click here onto the thing to give it all of them, but that's not a thing. That would be helpful, UI. Instead, we're gonna put a katana missile in every single one of the 24 launchers. You know what? I'm just gonna let you speed this up. This is fine. I'll do this in post. Done. There's a reason that I don't tend to mix missiles in my groups, and that is because this is annoying. If you have different missiles for the same size launcher, flipping them over is just frustrating. We're gonna assign to all. So now we'll find that everyone's set up like that, including ones in the battle fleet back at home. You can say assign everyone in system, or assign everyone in the subfleet, or everyone in fleet. I don't know why this is that way round, because you're like, everyone in the fleet, everyone in the subfleet, which is smaller, everyone in the system. It's kind of the wrong way around, at least in my view. So now everyone is set up. We're just going to move forwards until we're in range. It's that simple. Now, be careful how you're moving forwards. We're going to move forwards. It does say 6.6 hours, so we're going to move forwards 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, we're in range. Why are you saying the time is going to be like 3.8 hours? This is 70 million, right? Yeah. And you're moving to 68 million. Are we moving to like a different target? The Audacious 001? No, it's there. 20 minutes? Okay, we're stationary. I don't know why it's saying the travel time is still required. Let's see if we can fire. Now, it's quite likely the enemy might have ECM, which is going to reduce the range at which we can fire. But, might as well give it a go. We're going to switch through to ship combat again. Obviously, we don't need to do anything with our Gauze guns because they're meant to shoot down incoming missiles, and they're very short-ranged. This is the range of our katanas. This is the range of the Wakazashis. You want to find out where the rest of our weapons are? Hello! This is the range of our near UV laser. This is the range of our twin near UV lasers. And this is the range of our Gauze guns. Yes. Yes. That's how... Yes. Just yes. Okay. So the Fossilite Precursor Menace is going to be dealt with. And to do that, we're going to pop over here and then we're going to say, okay, how many targets are there? Well, there are 5 targets. The big ones might, if we're lucky, be vaguely civilian-ish. They could be defense bases, which could get worrying. So I think we'll primarily focus on taking out the Audacious and the Ark Royal. Now, obviously, we've got more missiles in our magazines. So for now, we're going to have Launcher 1, fire at the Audacious. Launcher 2, fire at the Ark Royal. And then Launcher 3, fire at the first Arrogant. And then we're going to assign in Fleet. And then you'll see that, that's copied through. We're then going to take the next one, and we're going to flip out the Arrogant for Arrogant 2. So while the big ships are going to get a little bit shot at, I'm only going to have one launcher shooting each of them. Then we've got 3 left. I'm going to put another one on the Audacious, another one on the Ark Royal, and another one on the Ark Royal. This is a lot of missiles we're firing off. We're firing off what? What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 24. 144 missiles? That's just really off the top of my head, so that could be wrong. Alexa, what's 6 times 24? Oh yeah, there we go. 144 missiles. Now, we could just hit fire, and then they'll start firing as soon as the operators are ready. Like, you've got to get the commander to say go to the other commanders, and then the commanders say yes to the firing control officers, and then they say yes to the... It's just a whole lot of faff. So what we're going to say is we're going to say sync fire on, but we're going to do it for the fleet. So, fleet sync on. And you notice that they will say SF here. This means that they are going to wait until they fire for everyone else. We're then going to say open fire fleet. You'll notice that every weapon that's got a target changes to orange. I'm going to go 5 seconds, and it'll say, hey, we're preparing to fire, but our weapons are not ready. But some of them who are really like on the ball are like, we're waiting for other ships in the fleet to confirm they're ready. Yeah, Ve Victus, Raven's Valor, both of them very fast there. Go another 5 seconds. Another 5 seconds. All right, 2. We're waiting on Stormwolf and Majesty. All right, just Majesty. And there we go. We'll just cease fire. Fleet. Now, they will take time to reload. Unfortunately, I can't actually see the reload time because it's off the end here. Highlighting it, we're looking at 490 seconds. That's fine. We're just going to hold our position and we're going to watch what happens here. So the missiles are out. This is a very extreme range. Normally I'd go a little bit closer, but I'm a little bit dubious. These are precursors, so I want to be cautious here. Okay. Now, if they're going to fire off anti-missile missiles, this is kind of when I'll expect it. And judging by the fact they're right on top of the gas giant, I think this is maybe like a refueling outpost. Aha. I just hit the 5-minute button and it went 30 seconds. Which means that they've just detected these missiles at 2.2 million. They could be firing anti-missile missiles now. That would explain the slowdown. 20 seconds. Yeah, that sounds like firing anti-missile missiles every 20 seconds. Quite possibly is something they're doing right now. You'll also notice that there's movement now. The Audacious has stayed. These are running. Their running speed is very, very slow. Makes me really think they're maybe refueling. But here we go. 7 impacts, strength 1. Yeah, they fired anti-missile missiles. We can't see them because we don't actually have a sensor over there capable of seeing such small targets. But they got 7 hits, which is frustrating. They got 4 hits. Now, note the time in between is every 10 seconds, it looks like. 5 seconds that time. They're whittling down that salvo. And also the salvo is dividing as it's heading to 2 different directions now. Okay, we just absolutely obliterated the Audacious. I get the feeling that might have been overkill. Our hit chance was excellent because it was stationary. It was destroyed by 12 hits. But we did hit it with 38, strength 9. And then the secondary power system exploded. Yeah, that was definitely overkill, but it is a victory nonetheless. Let's follow you. Ooh. Okay. 17 were intercepted by energy weapon impact strength 1, which means point defense. 4 were hit by anti-missile missiles. 26 went through. Of those 26, if we look at them, you'll see that it says damage per hit 9, armor hit 6. They did not even penetrate the hull. They just hit armor. Admittedly, they'll have ripped a lot of armor off, but... Next one, 5 armor hits. Next one, 4 armor hits, 2 penetrating hits. Next one, 4 armor, 1 penetrating, 3 armor, 1 penetrating. So, although we have penetrated a few of them, the actual damage we've done to the insides doesn't look like it's actually slowed them down or anything. But they are injured, so probably won't take anywhere near as much to kill them next time. Yeah, one thing we probably want to do is go to here. And then combat summary. I want to definitely give that a highlight because this is target was destroyed. So we'll put a... I'm actually going to put a back color on this, and we're going to put a back color on of black with a text color of red. Like, we don't ever want to miss any of these. Every time these fire, these are important. And then combat contact, I think we'll use orange with a back color of black as well. Okay. Let's see if we've got any more intelligence now. Wrong one. ECM. They do have a 10% ECM. 3 armor. Probably. We know a lot about their point defense, which is pretty good hit ratio. They've only got 2 Seawiz though. Okay. So Seawiz only protects the ship it's on. It's actually a commercial component. It's inferior to Gauze in nearly every circumstance. Not every circumstance, but nearly every circumstance. But it is commercial, so you can put it on basically anything. The downside is if you put it on a freighter and you're like, that freighter's defended. No, it's not. Someone's just going to fire, 2 volleys at you and you'll die instead of like half the first volley. Hell, 1 volley will still probably kill you against Seawiz. Seawiz has its usage, but it's niche. Yeah, those Arc Royals, those Arrogants. The Arrogants have point defense, and that's part of the issue. They're pretty large as well. Either way, we do know that we're starting to get through the armor, so continue doing that. We should be okay. Now, they're moving away. If we fire our missile, they might just about outrange the missile. So we're going to close distance. Doesn't seem like they can actually hurt us. We don't even know if they've got weapons. So it might be worth us trying to save our missiles and close distance and open fire with our actual lasers. Issue is, do we want to risk damaging our ships for that? It looks like our missiles are quite successful, and we do have full magazines. Maybe we'll do mop up with the lasers, but for now, I'm not really feeling closing the distance and risking ourselves. So, Task Force Davet, you're actually no longer following the guy who blew up, so this time we'll tell you to close on the Arc Royal, and we're actually going to get the distance down to 40 million. Way more than we really need. So we're going to... There we go. Plenty close enough. Now I've got 6 ships. They've got 4. I'm thinking 1 launcher from each. 8 missiles. So we'll clear all targets. just so that we can then propagate cleared targets throughout the fleet. And then you target the Ark Royal. Arrogant 1. Arrogant 2. Arrogant 3. Arrogant 1. Arrogant 2. I'm going more for the Arrogants because I know they have armor and they have point defense than I am for the Ark Royal. Also, they're bigger, so they probably have more hits to kill. I can't be certain of that. And then we're going to open fire fleet, which will just choose that one launcher. And there's missiles out. Use fire fleet. And then we'll watch those missiles head towards the target. Now, because there are less missiles being fired, it's quite possible to intercept a few. Okay, surprised. Thought they'd have fired a few more anti-missiles by now. There we go. They completely took out an entire salvo. 8 are gone. We hit with 15. 21 are intercepted. Okay, the Arrogant got hit by 8 penetrating hits. Arrogant was just... yeah. Damn. It's still moving? What? It doesn't seem to be affected. Okay. And then the next one was against the Ark Royal. 2 armor hits, 5 penetrating hits. It's actually reduced the speed of the enemy craft to... yeah. There you go. We could maybe finish you off with guns. I'm just still concerned that the Arrogants did actually weather that relatively well. So I think what we'll do is we'll open fire again, but this time we'll adjust some of our targeting. Yeah, we'll forget the Ark Royal for now. So that should be 2 volleys at each of the Arrogants. Forget the Ark Royal. In fact, what we might do is just let them split up a little bit further. That way, if they are covering each other with anti-missile volleys, they won't be as effective. Okay. Open fire fleet. Seize fire fleet. Okay, 24 intercepted, 24 hit. And it looks like we did take an engine out because you can see its speed has dropped from 613 to 306, so half. So 1 engine out of 2. That was 8 penetrating to you, and 8 penetrating to you. Okay, yeah, they all got pretty badly beat up there. I think we could risk closing, or we could fire 1 more volley. On the basis of we were set up so that we could fire... how many volleys was it? Yeah, however many, even volleys, and we've only been firing thirds for 2 rounds. So we'll make it even. We'll fire another third, but this time, because we have reduced your armor pretty low, we'll retarget one of the Arrogant ones. Who was firing at Arrogant 1? You. We'll fire at the Ark Royal this time. And then open fire fleet. Seize fire fleet. Okay, we wrecked the Ark Royal. It's gone. Destroyed by 8 hits. All 8 were intercepted on the way to the Arrogant. And 11 were intercepted, 21 hit, 5 penetrating, 8 killed that one. Okay, so we now have 2 enemy ships, both of which are completely wrecked. They're still there. If they have guns, they might be able to fire back. But this is the point where we are going to close range. So we're going to clear all targets, and we are going to ceasefire fleet, assign fleet so that they're all clear. Okay, what's our biggest range? The 180 on the bigger lasers. Okay. Close with the Arrogant. Get follow, and we will close to, let's say, 150. Give us a bit of extra to hit chance by being a bit closer. Now, that'll take some time to actually close that distance. And it's entirely possible they could shoot back with something. Hell, they could shoot back with missiles if they had missiles for our range. I doubt it, but we have kind of wrecked them. Like, they've taken a lot of penetrating hits, which means that they probably have a lot of their systems kind of in disarray. Okay, we're in Wakizashi range. Not that we have them loaded. Right. I'm going to start slowing down now. Wish I had boarding troops. This would be the perfect time. Find out what's going on in them damn vessels. Right, they're in range. We're going to start opening fire. We don't actually need to sync fire for this because you can't intercept beams. So we're going to go ship combat. We're going to auto-target, which is auto-targeted with you. It's actually targeted with the smaller laser as well, so I'm actually just going to clear that just so it doesn't complain at me, because it will. Clear. Auto-assign. Clear target, there we go. And then we'll sign in fleet. Open fire fleet. You know what? Let's let it be sync fire, just for the fun of it. Come on, V Victors. Oh, they're all waiting for someone else. Who are they waiting for? I don't get this. I think they're waiting for, like, maybe the command cruisers or something. Either way, I'm just going to simplify this. We're going to sync fleet off. Bam. Now, note that they are strength 1 impacts, and that's because we're at long range with lasers. It does really hurt the damage your laser does. So we could close, except for the fact we can just keep doing this. The enemy vessel's coming towards us. I think it's trying to ram us. It's got an engine back online. It's attempting to ram us. Yeah. Either way, we can easily outpace it. There we go. We wrecked it. Next target. Let's ceasefire fleet. And we're going to assume that it's the same as last time. So for simplicity's sake, and also because we can find out some interesting data, we're going to follow, and we're going to run this follow all the way down to 50,000. And this should mean everyone can fire, and they'll be firing much higher damage because they'll be closer range. So the laser won't have attenuated as much. So auto-target, the beam fire control, assigned fleet, open fire fleet. There you go. See, the damage is much higher. Wrecked already. All right, ceasefire fleet. Clear all targets. We will then propagate that throughout the fleet. And we'll also turn back on sync fire for the fleet. Because the last thing I want to do is forget about that, then fire off a bunch of missiles in staggered waves. Because if you fire them staggered, they can use their point defense on each wave. Fire them all at once, you only get the 1 point defense. So, anyway, we didn't actually confirm that this area was clear. We confirmed that this had people. So we're going to finish off clearing the area. But our first engagement's been a success. We didn't get a scratch. Now, bear in mind that we need to remove that. And then over to you. Now, also, salvaging these will be very interesting. Note again that no life pods came out of them. So definitely kind of their ground robot forces that don't seem to have people. Oh, hello. Alien population. That is a deep space tracking station. It might have additional forces there. We We could lock onto it and just try and blow it up. What is important about that world? B4. Yeah, it is the one that would most likely be something we'd want to terraform and inhabit. Yeah. Wish I could, like, leave a note attached to it. Be like, hey, remember, don't do this. You know what I can do? I can put a named waypoint. I don't think I can actually lock a waypoint onto you. What I can do is I say, Davet B4 has pre-DST outpost. I wonder. That's probably not locked to the planet. That's probably just going to be left in the system. But it does mean every time I look at the system, I'll be like, right, that's where it is. The only way I think of keeping, you know, a note like that in the game. Oh, this is interesting. It does prove that the entire system does seem to, at least some extent, be a precursor system. Not just one place. They had a thing up here, they had an outpost there, and then they had whatever's in system, so... Also, very glad I installed thermal sensors, because that was very nice to find out. It could have been worse. They could have had, like, a surface-to-orbit weapon there, and when I got close, they could have fired it. That'd have been frustrating. Okay, we've cleared the outer system. Now to clear the inner system. I think the best idea is we come in over here and then make our way across like that or something. Or maybe come in this way. That way we've got an easy egress if we need to. Back to strategist. Yeah, let's do that. So we want to head to Davet A2. It'll take us 5 days to get there. So I'm going to actually do 8-hour time jumps. No, let's manually do, because this is a big empty space. We'll do a 1-day jump. Okay, this basically confirms that the inner system is clear. We're good there. Now, we do need to clear A4. But A3 is the one we're really looking at. That's what is probably causing us all the problems. So we're going to have you move up to A3 next. And this is where we need to keep a lookout. There we go. Now, what do we know about these guys? They seem military tonnage. Bulwark, Center, Colossus. We know nothing. We know nothing. And we know nothing. Great. Right, well, we know what to do. Same process as last time. We're going to close, let's say with the Colossus. Follow, and we're going to go a little bit closer this time, just in case they do start running. We're going to go 64 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Add move. I'm going to start closing the distance. Ow. That forced slowdown at this range. I think they just fired missiles at us. Okay, we're in for some fun. Yep, every 15 seconds. That, to me, seems like rapid fire launch rate. Okay, we just managed to get a time jump, which means that the missiles are probably en route and they aren't firing anymore. We should probably fire back as soon as possible. That said, we're going to have to weather the storm, so this is going to be fun. Okay, I think, honestly, we just dumped the entire magazines. just as quickly as possible. If we can kill them, provided their missiles don't have sensors, then the missiles lose lock and just get destroyed. So, ship combat it is. Okay, everyone is firing their 3 launchers, 1 launcher each fleet. They probably have anti-missile missiles if they've got missiles, so we're going to have to just keep firing, I think. Open fire fleet. Let's do this. Okay, Raven's Valor, you really are annoying me. Come on. There we go. Ceasefire fleet for now. You're going to take a few minutes to reload. Here we go. Enemy missiles incoming. Eee. Now note the speed on them. Compare that to speed on ours. We're going 23.3. They're going 34.6. And there's 20 of them. No, sorry, there's 22 of them coming in. Okay. And there's the next wave. Okay, I'm going to double check our point defense, because this is going to get problematic. Now, luckily, all of our lasers will attempt to fire at point defense. Very unlikely to hit, but they do add something. Obviously, we've got 2 twins along with 4 singles. Here we go. How many salvos did they fire? Currently only 3 salvos coming. 4 salvos coming. Now, we could run the other way and hope to outpace them. It's unlikely to really do us very much good. We're just going to have to take it. Here we go. Okay. Our chance to hit with our Gauls was about 27%. We killed 9 missiles. We killed another 2 missiles and another 3 missiles, which means we killed 14 missiles. Then everyone else started firing with the lasers. We did hit 2 with the big lasers. What the hell? Okay, I'm down with that. Did we kill it? We killed everything. We didn't get hit once. We did get a bit lucky there, though. Okay. Six, 5, 6. Another 2. Another 2. And another 1. Everything was stopped that time. Okay, this is actually going remarkably well. Four, 7, 8, 3. Damn. I mean, these twin lasers were designed that they might be able to intercept, but the chance to hit's 47%. I really didn't think it would be that high. Huh. Okay. Who made this? Von Cryo Armaments. My compliments to Von Cryo Armaments. Wow. And again, total kill. Everything again. Everything again. Everything again. Obviously, most of them being taken out by Gauls. The strength 1's a giveaway. Strength 3 is the twin lasers. And that is the big ones, which are actually hitting. Yeah, okay. It looks like we just weathered the entire missile swarm. I did not think that was going to be that effective. right, here we go. 14 nuclear detonations at strength 1. Another 14 at strength 1. They've got pretty good anti-missile missiles. 12. 7. What? 1 anti-missile missile hit. And 96 energy weapons. Yeah, they have 96 hits. That's not saying they don't have 96 weapons. They have 96 hits. This might be the time that we whip out the Wakazashis because they've got a slightly faster approach. Well, they're probably out of missiles, so let's just close range. Alright, we're now in Wakazashi range. I don't necessarily want to just use them straight off. I think we will give one more go to our current missiles. Why bother, actually? This is a situation where we don't need to use our current missiles. I just don't want to have to change them out because it's really annoying. Okay, I've replaced them all with Wakazashis. Assign the fleet! And I believe they're just loaded straight up. Like, there's no time. So, yeah, okay. Open fire fleet. They go faster, so hopefully they will be able to go past. Use fire fleet. They are 30.4k. Right, here we go. 6, 9. We got hits. Armor hits 5, penetrating 1, 4, 3, 1, and 2, 1. 128 energy weapon impacts. What the hell? And 1 energy weapon of strength 37. They have an energy weapon of strength 37. Oh god. I mean, I think we could take that, but I don't want to try. Well, we got some past, and they did do some damage. So I will just wait till the next... Why did you do a 5-second pause there? Oh, crap. What are they firing at us? Are those anti-missile missiles? They're a bit slow for anti-missile missiles. Are we ready to fire? Another 70 seconds. No, they're just genuine missiles. I guess they had a second different size. Different size, maybe? Sorry, different range. Size 6. Times 3 and times 10. Okay. We killed them all. Hello, they have ground forces here. We're going to add a note. Named a waypoint. Point of interest. Name it. Okay. Can I not do that? How do I undo this? I can't. Cancel. Oh, god damn it. Click and cancel actually doesn't cancel it. This is just... Oh, the UI. It makes me want to scream. Okay. Named a waypoint. 4.6k of ground forces. Okay, that shouldn't be too difficult. Not with a proper assault force. This is Davet. A 3. 3 GU ground units of 4.6k. T. Done. Now, note that they do seem to have split apart, which is interesting. Although they're very close together still. You ready to fire? Oh, 35 seconds. Open fire, fleet. Okay. 3, 7, 7, 11. Oh, God. A lot of hits there. But they shot down 104. Hit another one with a 37 strength energy blast. But it does look like we got an armor hit, 5 armor hits with 1 penetrating, 2 armor hits, 3 penetrating, 1 armor hit, 3 penetrating, 1 armor hit, 2 penetrating, 1 armor hit, 1 penetrating hit. I think we're out of Wakazashis, are we? No. Okay. Apparently we have one last round of them. Or maybe that's going to change. Either way. We'll see in 305 seconds. Open fire. Ah, there we go. No available missiles. Let's just go with auto-assign fire control. It assigns katanas. We will put Colossus, Centaur, Bulwark, and then we will assign fleet, and then open fire fleet. And that should have copied to everyone. Yes. All right, 13 intercepted, 11 intercepted, 10 intercepted, 7 intercepted, 3 intercepted, 4 intercepted, all intercepted. The issue is we could close so they don't have as long to shoot them down with the anti-missile missiles, but what will probably happen in that case is that they'll shoot us with them, and I don't necessarily want that either. Yeah, I think we just open fire again when ready. Ceasefire. It might well be that the ground forces have something. Yeah, STO ground force signature. Most of their ground forces are actually STO. That's why we're having some issues. I don't necessarily want to approach this planet, because that looks horrible. We could also shoot the planet, but I don't want to wreck the planet if it's got a nice, you know, ruin or something on it. Yeah, they shot down every single missile. Now we're going to clear all targets. The sync fire off. The Wakazashis were useful here. Could pull the battle fleet in, but honestly, I don't know why, but they actually need to do some overhauling. So I'm gonna tell them to overhaul. We could do with more Wakazashis. They did seem able to penetrate defenses at least a little bit, not very well, but a little bit. I think we might just be better off staying on station and waiting for reinforcements to show up. And then just firing with the new reinforcements. It'll cost us, what, like another 20 million fuel? I don't think we can do that. Like, our fuel reserves are 33, but we don't just spend 2/3 of that. Because it took us 10 million fuel to get here. A little bit less, but... I don't think we can justify it. I think we have to go in now. But I also don't really want to go in against, you know, 96 energy blasts at strength 1. The good bit is that that might be that they are incredibly short range, weak lasers. The 37 does worry me. That's the issue. The Centaur has 15 Gauss cannons. I can't actually see how many shots it can fire. It's 1 damage times, and I don't know how many because it runs off the screen. That's so frustrating. But it's got 15 of them, so maybe 15 times 4 or 15 times 5. You know, there's no way to tell. It could be 15 times 6. That's a lot of shots. It's got 6. Oh god, okay. It can fire 160 PD shots. Wow. If that is the case with Gauss, and that's primarily what's shooting us, that's actually not a threat. So we're going to close. It's risky, but I'm hoping that we can run if this goes wrong. And I'm actually going to choose to close with the planet and not them, because if they start moving away from me, I don't want to get dragged over the planet and shot by the surface to orbital weapons there. So we're going to say follow, and we're going to go down to a range of... I'm going to go extreme range. I don't want to close too far. We're going to go 170. They also might shoot us with anti-missile missiles. There. That's the anti-missile missiles being fired. We could just back away now and let them run out of range, because they probably will. But also, we shouldn't really base our knowledge off the, nah, I can tell time has slowed down. Because that's kind of like a very meta thing to do. I don't necessarily want to do that, so we're going to try going forwards. This might be painful. Oh, God. That's how many anti-missiles they were firing for 10 hits and, 11 hits. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 45. They're moving so much faster as well. I don't think we can hit them. I think we have to come back with the Wakazashis. At this point, we can definitely bug out. Okay, cancelling that. Let's go follow at... cut our distance back to 5 million. Hell, what's our distance now? 2 million. Yeah. This might hurt. There's more coming. Oh, okay. We killed 5. We killed 3. We killed 1. We killed 1. We killed 2. We killed 1. Oh, we took 31 armor hits to the Implacable Justice. Luckily, we have thick armor, and those are 1 damage missiles, but they will add up. And I don't fancy using our face to tank them and hoping they run out of missiles first. Okay. Implacable Justice got hit by another 29. Implacable Justice got hit by another 34. Okay, they're starting to wear away at the armor. I don't like it. Spectre of Ruin this time got hit by 30. Okay, they're spreading out, which is actually really good for us. Uh, 28 on the Spectre of Ruin. Keeps coming. Spectre of Ruin, 27. 31 on the Implacable Justice. That's getting dangerous now. $33 on the Vaevictus. Okay, they're targeting you now. That's unlucky. 4 missiles in the same place. 31 on the Vaevictus. Spectre of Ruin again, 36. Okay. Implacable Justice, 25. It looks like that was the last volley. 31 on the Angelica Mortis. And this is why we have armor. What was the deepest we got hit? 4 by multiple ships. I think the Implacable went to 6 in one place. Yeah. Okay, well, we're just over half armor on you. Everyone else is doing a little bit better. Okay. That looks like we're okay now. Wakazashis. Yeah. Right, I think you lost target on something. I think we were targeting the population on the planet and we're not close enough to see it now. So we'll just target the planet itself. We're also going to need to get ourselves a tanker. I'm going to need you to refill. And then battle fleet. When you're done with that, we'll detach you. Okay, battle fleet's completed orders. I mean, it started its overhaul, but it actually hasn't done the overhaul. We might want to actually just manually give them a whole ton of Wakazashis. Just fill their loadout with them temporarily. We're going to keep you here to keep an eye on them. How is this tech doing? It's going to take its time. Yeah. All right, we're going to start doing day skips now. Luckily, I think our military can be on station for like 2 years or something. Okay, weird stuff is happening. So because you got detached, you left... You left orbit when the planet moved. Hey, which thankfully the waypoint does move the planet. That's really useful. You're now kind of free floating. We're going to have to keep an eye on you and figure out where you are. Oh, also we detected Grosvenor Protectorate in Hamburg. Okay, where... This might sound like a silly question. Where is Hamburg? Hamburg. Oh, here. Oh, wow, this is really close. There may be a connection that comes off Nedmond then. That's really close to Lewis. Okay. I'm gonna quickly go peek at what's going on over here. Could be a diplomatic ship or something. No idea. Okay. Anyway, back to the important things. We need to leave someone to keep a watch on the planet. And that needs to be one of the commands. So we are going to detach. I think we just detach half and we do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to rename you. Task Force Davet Detachment. And we're going to head towards the Colossus. Because now that's separated, we might have a chance here. Colossus. Contacts. Do I have contacts enabled? I do. Where are you? Oh. I detached you from the wrong thing. I detached you from Battlefleet. I mean, honestly, that's fine. Provided you're in overhaul, I don't mind. We're gonna rename you. Whoops. We're gonna call you Task Force Davet 2. And then rename Task Force Davet 2 be or not to be. There we go. There we go. Task Force Davet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4. Batch. And then rename you to Task Force. I should probably shorten that in future. If I do, it'll be TF, and that's Tanker or whatever. You know, not Tanker. What's TF? TF's a thing. Whatever. Task Force Davet 1B. Whatever. No smart names at the moment. Movement orders. Colossus. Move. Follow. And we're going to follow at 150k. Going to move to beam range again. Oh, hello. Gotta be cautious here. It looks like I might have a winner. Auto target. We're only moving at 150k, so we don't need the short range weapon. I'm gonna clear that. Assign in fleet. Open fire fleet. Alright, 1 hit for 1 damage. This might be a bit slow, because we're only doing 1 damage a time if we hit. And our chance to hit, because we're at long range, is like 13-14%, so this might be a little slow, but I don't actually want to get any closer. Someone has a 37 energy weapon, and I don't want to get near that. Apparently they can shoot down missiles, which is even more worrying. They might even have more than one. Probably not, but... No, that was the center. A shame. Otherwise, if this was a point defense ship all by itself, we could fire missiles at the other one, provided we had missiles, and we'd be okay. These are all armor hits, so I'm going to close in the distance. I know I shouldn't, you know, we can win by just slowly pinning it with individual shots, but... Hopefully this way we can get more data. That's what I'm going to use as an excuse. You can't stop me. We're going to go to 70,000. Follow at 70,000. Right, now we're in close. Auto target with both beams. Sign fleet. Open fire fleet. Do the thing. Here we go. Now we're doing 3 damage with the main weapons. Hit chance is higher. We wrecked it. Good job. Ceasefire fleet. Clear all targets. Assign fleet. And then we'll just have you go back and join... Right, I told you to join, but I gave you an offset, didn't I? I hate that that's a thing. Note that it's still trying to join an offset. That's because if I hit join here, you'll be like, wait, where's the range thing that you get in follow? It doesn't show, but it's still applying it. It's really frustrating. Really? You're still doing that? Why? Let's try and move to location. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you going in circles? What the hell? What is... What was that? What the hell was that? I have no idea what it was doing there. Sure. Okay. Alright, we've got to wait for the maintenance to come down on them. That's going to take a little while. So... Okay, we produced a tie, which is great. Like, I really want the fuel, but also our current tug is busy going back and forth and doing, you know, stuff. So we could use our other tug, but that would cost us fuel. I'm not sure we have the fuel for that. Yeah, this is an awkward one. Right. We need to quickly jump you out before someone else grabs you from the group. So, refresh. Space stations! Which are some reason here. They should not be here. They should probably go under logistics or something. Under tug? And the question is, oh yeah, you're shifting this a long way. Oh god. Oh no, that travel time. It's not gonna be that bad though, because it's gonna massively drop on the way back, but it's still gonna be like 2 years. Yeah, we need you, but we also need fuel. I guess this is maybe like a point where I'm like, hey, maybe we just go off the battle music for a second. Can we, like, refuel from colony only a little bit? Minimum available? No, that doesn't work. If we refuel, we'll drain everything at the colony. I guess we could say refuel from colony, we could stop it partway. Alright, 7.2. That's probably fine. We'll hold it there. We'll then go grab the fuel, hosting station, track to any ship in fleet, move to location, release track to ships, go to Earth, and I don't think we'll unload our fuel or refuel, we'll just move to location. Meanwhile, back with the rest of our forces. Now we're detecting the Grosvenor Protectorate and Kenneth? I wonder if the ghosts got wiped out by the Grosvenor Protectorate, and that's why we're not really seeing the ghosts anymore. But we're seeing the, you know, the Protectorate in places that I thought we'd see ghosts. That might be the only explanation. Oh! Oh, wow. That appears to be a lot of ships. Hi. All in Kenneth. Huh. That's only 2 jumps from Lewis. AIS launched another one. Precursors aren't talking. We just got our 0.6 liters of fuel per hour engine upgrade. We're not going to apply that to any existing engines because the overhaul will be a very expensive and time-consuming process. But it means that the next generation of engines are going to be better. And now we're working on max jump squadron size, which means that we can take more firepower ships and less jumpy jump ships. Right, what we can do here is we will quickly adjust the profile of the Vash. And we're going to swap out probably all the katanas for Wakazashis just for this mission. We'll just be like, hey, just load Wakazashis. Nothing else matters. Done. And by doing that, when we close you, we can give you an order to replace ordnance at Earth. Replace ordnance. There we go. Give you like an hour, another hour. A lot of stuff to replace. Dear Lord, it takes a long time to reload missiles. There we go. Now, we could just send them out at this speed with a tanker. But what we can do is just send them out without the tanker and have the tanker meet them on the way back. So we're going to detach the tanker. I'm actually going to have this tanker just follow along. Auto route to Davet. The great thing is that once the fleet actually is ahead of the tanker, I can just have the tanker try and meet up with the fleet if I really cared. So we're going to go auto route to Davet. And then gather A3. Follow at a distance of 5 million. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Done. And that'll take 44 days. So in 44 days, this task force is going to be able to go back. This new task force is going to get there, although they'll need a tanker on the way back to be able to actually get them all the way back to Sol. But with the Wakazashis, we should be able to penetrate through the defenses, especially now we know we're targeting the Centaur to get rid of that PD. We'll probably just have the first wave, everything on the Centaur. And then after that, we'll just take down the Bulwark. Maybe take a few shots at the ground forces with our laser weapons. Don't do that with missiles. It can still cause a lot of collateral damage with laser weapons, but if you use missiles, you will wreck the planet. Hopefully, we can then... I mean, the problem is we can't really just let the system be surveyed, because it's still going to have the issue that anyone who comes close, if there's even one STO there, they'll get murdered. So it's probably going to be time to make an army. For now, though, I know that we've still got a lot to go with clearing the system, but we're going to call it. It's been a long episode already. I've been EnterElysium. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have, like, subscribe, go check out the Discord, get involved, all that jazz. But until next time, stay shiny.